What's going on, everybody? Hope you're all having a fantastic day today. Now, ladies and gentlemen, today I want to go ahead and discuss with you guys some news that just released the other day that is absolutely huge. When I say huge, I literally mean huge for the future of the Call of Duty franchise. Of course, there are positives and negatives for this overall topic here, but in my personal opinion, I feel like it's more positive than anything else in this world. Now, of course, before we dive deep, if you guys are interested in more content just like this, don't forget to go ahead and subscribe and hit that bell. We post daily here at 8 in the morning Eastern Time, and of course, as XDefiant gets closer and closer, we are going to be covering more and more about that game. I was thinking about talking about the trailer, but it was so painful immediately. Like, the trailer has nothing to do with XDefiant. The only thing I'm interested when it comes to XDefiant is the game. So I'm patiently waiting. If they go ahead and release anything interesting, I might talk about it. But until then, like I said, subscribe, hit that bell so you can stay absolutely notified on everything that goes live on this channel. And if you guys are interested in any of my live streams, I do that daily as well over on Kick. But on the 21st, when XDefiant goes live, we will be back on Twitch. So if you guys want to hang out with me, catch some open lobby, squad up with us, by all means, go down in the description. I got a link to both my Kick and Twitch channel down below. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, as I was saying, this news is huge, guys. We've been waiting a long time to go ahead and hear this one. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I know at first a lot of us were just expecting the OG Call of Duty titles to make a return on Game Pass. Not too many people thought that any of the newer titles would really be introduced because clearly, they would miss out on huge sales numbers as well. Although, Game Pass getting new titles would improve the sales numbers of Game Pass. But then you're missing out on so many other potential copies that you could sell over the course of every single year, whereas Game Pass, you just buy it, once a year, and then you go ahead and get Call of Duty, all the new Call of Duties, nonstop. So, a lot of people thought they were going to lose out on money taking such a path, so a lot of us kind of came to the conclusion that, yeah, we're probably just going to be seeing the OG titles. Microsoft went ahead and fixed up some of the servers so they play a bit better. The only problem really right now is just the cheaters are still, taking over the servers, but that will slowly fade away if they bring the OG titles to Game Pass, because then they'll be a little bit more populated. People will actually see them, they don't have to go out of their way to find a copy out in the store or, pay a ridiculous price, like, 40, 60 bucks sometimes to get some of these OG games. I don't know why they're priced so heavily. But, instead of doing that, they could just get Game Pass, get access to all the OG titles, and be able to play them. Which, again, cheaters will still be in those experiences, but at least the player pool will be large enough that you can get some variety instead of versing a cheater, and then another cheater, and then another cheater, and then another cheater. You get what I'm saying here? So a lot of people point it in the direction that that is how Game Pass is going to be handled. But ladies and gentlemen, look at this post right here from Charlie Intel. Breaking. Microsoft intends to add Call of Duty Black Ops 6, this year's new Call of Duty game, to Xbox Game Pass on day one. Ladies and gentlemen, yes, that is this year's Call of Duty game, which means that indeed, probably from this point on into the future, we are going to be seeing full-fledged out COD titles on Game Pass. This is absolutely huge. Now, I do feel bad for the PlayStation players because they're not a part of this overall, thing here, because again, it's for Game Pass. So it's only for Xbox and PC. But this is going to be tremendous. I would honestly even consider this like them making Call of Duty free to play. I would really consider that. Even though Game Pass, you have to cough up a pretty penny to get a year pass. But if you really think about it, along with Game Pass, you get tons and tons and tons of other games on top of it. Call of Duty is just the cherry on top of, the beautiful cake that they have presented us here, which means that on top of all those games I get to experience, Call of Duty is going to be thrown in the mix as well. Again, not completely making it quote-unquote free to play, but it's still a nice change, and it's going to feel a little bit more, I was going to say relaxing. That's a complete opposite word of what I wanted. It's going to feel better to know that I'm not coughing up $100+ every time just for Call of Duty to then be curious if I'm going to be screwed over or not in the future, right? It's going to feel tremendous. But ladies and gentlemen, like I said, it's not all positive because, again, aren't they going to be losing money for this game going on Game Pass? Think about it. A lot of people out there have Game Pass, and it's pretty, easy to scoop up and get a lot of additions. But I don't think that's going to really make up for the fact that they're missing out on $60 per individual, $70 actually per individual. And the majority of people actually cough up $100+ to get Call of Duty on a year-to-year basis. And this is something that consistently happens every single year. Now, if Call of Duty didn't pop off every single year, I could see this benefiting them a lot because it's no guarantee that Call of Duty is going to do phenomenal. So, might as well just make it a guaranteed, fix on Game Pass. But that's not the case. Call of Duty tops the charts every single year. Just solely off of copies sold. So, in my opinion, they are taking a cut here. I don't know about you guys, but in my opinion, they are taking a cut. But why would they take this cut? Because I'm going to tell you right now, the microtransactions outsell the game every single time. You know this for a fact. The microtransaction sales are literally the bread and butter of Call of Duty nowadays. It used to be the game sales, but now I feel like that is completely overshadowed by the fact that microtransactions make them almost double, triple their profit than just the core game itself. They make that much money off of selling skins in a freaking video game. So, this is the point that I'm trying to make here. If they make that much money with microtransactions, that's probably why they are willing to allow Call of Duty to go on Game Pass and potentially take a loss when it comes to revenue that could be earned by selling copy and copy. Because they know for a fact that those microtransaction sales are going to make up for all of that lost revenue. Like I said, if the microtransactions make double to triple to quadruple the base profit of these games, they're probably not even stressed about, copies not being sold on Xbox and PC. And that's not even a guarantee that people are going to purchase Game Pass. There will still be physical copies of Call of Duty available to purchase, or digital copies, whatever you prefer, but it's not forced. You don't have to go to Game Pass. It's only an alternative. So, personally, I'm thinking that the microtransactions are literally the main reason why they're okay with it going to Game Pass. And it worries me because this makes me think that they are going to dive deeper into the microtransactions. They're not just going to leave it where it is now, and they're going to have a reason to justify why they would want to raise the prices. You see, time and time again, they've been trying to work their way around the community and find ways to increase prices of their bundles to make people pay more within the game. First, it starts off by, like I said, trying to overcharge the bundles. Then they tried to go ahead and, incorporate ways to buy multiple different bundles to get a premium price. So if you buy 2 or 3 versions in, a certain collection, you can get the maximum version. But you can only get that by going ahead and purchasing 3 other, you see what I'm saying here? They try to find ways to make it work. Now they're trying to add in different, party features by giving you double XP for running a skin that you purchased in the store. You see, they're trying their hardest. Their absolute hardest to find ways to make people spend more money in the store without making the community salty and uncomfortable because they are overcharging these things in a game that is $70 freaking dollars. Okay, we're getting free to play prices on these microtransactions in a game that's not free to play. Okay, and they're trying to find ways to keep this going. And with it being introduced to Game Pass, it's making me think that this will be their go-to. Well, we're allowing you guys to have the convenience of playing Call of Duty on Game Pass. So the majority of the skins, we're going to raise the prices because we need to make, quote-unquote, make up the revenue, even though they don't have to. Because, again, PlayStation doesn't have Game Pass, so they have to purchase the copy. And it's not guaranteed that everybody's going to buy Game Pass. We don't even know what the numbers are going to be like. The numbers could be horrible. People might not even be playing Call of Duty on Game Pass. They might just be purchasing the game. But it doesn't change the fact that they can use Game Pass as an excuse to go ahead and raise prices in the store. I could easily see them hit that $40, $50, even $60 price tag on certain bundles and then claim, well, the game is practically free now, You go ahead and purchase Game Pass and you get Call of Duty along with hundreds and hundreds of different games as well. The way to make up for that revenue is by increasing the microtransactions. Now, I'll be honest. This doesn't faze me that much because I don't buy microtransactions in the first place. But it's still just so insulting to see them continuously raise the price of these things. Now, if they remove the features that we have in Modern Warfare 3, like, these events where you get free camos, free aftermarket parts, free skins, then yeah, raising these prices and just simply microtransactions will probably piss me off more than they are right now because then there's absolutely nothing for me to grind. But in this current point right now, like I said, if they were to raise the prices of these microtransactions, but they still have this current system in Modern Warfare 3 implemented into Black Ops 6, then personally, I don't think I will really be bothered. Will I still rant about it? Will I still complain? Yes. It's still ridiculous that they would raise prices of these skins in Call of Duty like that. But is it going to personally affect me? Is it going to cause me to not want to play the game? Is it going to alter my gameplay experience? Is it going to ruin something about the title? Probably not. But I still wanted to bring it up to you guys because I thought that was a pretty solid negative, and I knew a lot of people are going to touch upon this in the comment section, so I wanted to just lay out a portion of the video directly to that. But overall, I'm happy. I'm happy that this game is going to be potential to come into Game Pass because, like I said, I can just put this in through a bundle, realistically, and especially for a lot of other people out there where Call of Duty is your main game. I mean, shoot, if this is your main title and you're already spending the amount that you guys are spending on it, you might as well just get Game Pass. It'll save you a tremendous amount of money, and you'll also get a whole catalog of different titles to go ahead and explore and enjoy. So overall, like I said, I think this is a good thing, but I still wanted to lay out the negatives. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section. Are you happy about this game coming to Game Pass? Not Modern Warfare 3, but Black Ops 6. Are you sad about it coming to Game Pass? Do you think that it going to Game Pass is going to increase the prices of microtransactions? Or do you think it's just going to stay the exact same way as it already is and nothing will change in that department? But as always, ladies and gentlemen, if you enjoyed today's video, leave a like. If you hate it, leave a dislike. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell. We post daily here at 8 in the morning Eastern Time. And don't forget, guys, if you guys want to check out any of my live streams, I do that over on Kick. And like I said, recently we're going to be going over to Twitch. So honestly, I shouldn't be saying Kick. Go to my Twitch account. I got a link to that down in the description of this video. Today and tomorrow, we will still be live over on Kick if you guys still want to hang out. But the 21st, we are going to be live over on Twitch grinding out some X Defiant. So as always, I appreciate y'all for coming through. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.